Well, the answer is really pretty simple. What a lot of people don't realize is the fear response and the excitement response are the exact same. Exact same. Your brain and body doesn't know the difference. So the reason we self-sabotage in those moments is trauma. We haven't healed trauma from the past. And so what happens is we're on the verge of success, everything we've always wanted. And in that moment, we get triggered by trauma we've never healed. And so the thought of achieving what we've always wanted scares the living hell out of us. And we go the other way. We end up reliving the trauma against ourselves. That's what I talk about in my book. It's what I teach people. That's why I say no one's ever been afraid to fail. It's not possible. We all sit there. We know exactly what it takes to succeed. Yet in that moment, we go, I don't feel like it. A feeling comes up. Well, that feeling is unhealed trauma. And our brain and body becomes addicted to it, and it seeks to repeat it over and over because our brain doesn't know right from wrong. It knows known versus unknown. And since we have all experienced trauma throughout our life and painful experiences in childhood and everything, our brain and body becomes addicted to it. It becomes known. It's what our brain and body seeks to repeat over and over, even though we know this is what we want, but we can't stop it. Well, there's only one solution. You have to be willing to go back to those painful moments and learn the skills, tools, and knowledge to rework that feeling so that your brain and body creates what's called a new neural pathway. It's basically, think of it like an addiction. Right now, your brain and body is basically addicted to repeating those painful moments. And so that's why on the verge of success, we blow it up. Our brain and body just keeps repeating it. So we have to create a new chemical addiction. Think of it this way. You ever go sledding? Imagine 3 feet of powder. You know, it snows overnight and you get up, you're gonna go sledding down a hill and you walk to the top of the hill and you go sliding down, right? And you do that 2 or 3 times. Well, if you go down that same track, you try and steer out of it, well, you've compressed the snow. It doesn't matter what you do, you're stuck in that rut. Well, that's what's happening to everybody. When we self-sabotage, we're stuck in basically a trauma loop, a pain loop. Our brain and body is addicted to it. And it doesn't matter how hard you can talk to you can talk positive, think positive. It's all a waste of time. It won't work. You have to shift the feeling. That's the only way to stop it. And so what I do is I basically help people see, okay, these are the steps. This is what's created your loop. And now with new skills and tools, as you walk up the hill, we're going to take different steps up the hill so that by the time you get to the top, you look at that old neural pathway, that old, self-sabotaging, and you take 2 steps to the left because your new skills and tools give you the ability to do that. And you carve a new sled path, a new trench, and that becomes the new neural pathway. And that's how simple it is to stop destroying and self-sabotaging when we're on the verge of success. So if you don't know how to do that, and if you're like, God, I just don't even have any painful memories, this can't be true. Well, that's because the brain and body is so used to it, you don't feel it, you don't recognize it. So that's why we need outside help to go, oh my gosh, that's where it came from. And that's what I do. So if you find yourself destroying the beautiful relationship you want, the beautiful career, the family life, whatever it is, and you're stuck sledding down that same pathway, I'd love to help you overcome that. Just send me a private message or put in the comments section, yes, and I can walk you through exactly how to create that new neural pathway, how to discover how those painful moments are replaying themselves, and you can shift it so you can have everything you want. So anyway, I hope that helps you.